Good morning, everyone. It's Lynn Dunn from Stamptastic Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today. So today we are going to play around with one of the kits from the Stampin' Up! Kits collection. So before I start, I'm going to just tell you right off the bat that the kit is not available right now, but that's not going to stop me from sharing stuff because the kit will be coming back. So if you do not have this kit, you could certainly use the ideas that I'm going to share with you today. You can use that with any supplies. But I thought I would start showcasing this kit because I know it's going to be coming back soon. So actually what you can do is you can go out to the Stampin' Up! Website. This kit is called Road to Christmas. So I'll show you what it looks like. This is the kit, Road to Christmas kit. And it has all the supplies in it that you need to make 8 cards. So it has coordinating envelopes and then 2 different designs in this particular kit. There's no stamping involved. So these little greetings that are in there are all pre-printed greetings. So it makes it really quick and easy to put together the 8 cards. So you can go out to Stampin' Up's website and you can type in Road to Christmas. And then you can put in your email and Stampin' Up! Will email you when this kit becomes available. So the kit is super popular, so I highly recommend that you go on the website and enter your email so that when it does come back, that you guys are able to get your hands on it because it is a really fun kit to play with. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some different card ideas that I created using this kit. So I actually took just one of these kits and I created 10 cards. So I created 8 alternate designs and I created 2 of the kit cards. But then I also created something else, which I think you guys are going to be excited about. This is what we're going to focus on today. We are going to make this cute little card box. And so this card box is so simple to make and it's very sturdy and it'll fit 8 cards. So it'll fit actually all 8 cards if you want. And it's a great gift giving idea for the holiday season. So I was actually able to create 2 of these. So let me grab the other one. So I used the pieces from this kit just to decorate the outside of the box. So I'm going to show you how I made these. And then I'll just kind of walk you through some of the alternate card designs. So I did post a link in the description with this video where you can get the tutorial for all these card designs. And I'll tell you a little bit about why I put together the tutorial as we go along. But for now, let's just move all of these card designs. And I want to get to making this card box. So I don't know if you typically, let's see, let me get in here. I don't know if you typically put together cards and give them as gifts for Christmas, but this card box is really fun. It's fun to make and it's just really cute. So the idea came from Angie Judah. So I am going to recreate that, but we're going to do that with this kit. So let me show you the templates, actually. Let me grab the template here. So this is the template that I put together. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to start with a 10 by 12 inch piece of cardstock. So I just used basic black cardstock just so that I could kind of coordinate, I guess, the colors that are in this particular kit. So you're just going to start with a 10 by 12. And then on that 12-inch side, so if the 12-inch side is at the top, you're just going to score in 5 inches on each side. So that's what the template is showing you. And then you can turn it so that the 10-inch side is at the top. And then you're going to score 2 inches in on each side. And so the little blue lines that are on that template just show you where you're going to cut. So you're going to create a tab here, and you're going to create a tab here. I don't know if you guys can see me off on the left side. But so that's really what the template is. So if you want to screenshot that template, we will go ahead and start making this this box. So let me get in here. So basically when you score on all those lines, I'm going to just fold all this. Hopefully you guys will be able to see most of what I'm doing. This is basically your box. You're going to have these little tabs that are in the middle. If I can get it to come up. And your box is just going to come up together like this. Your box is just going to come together like that. So it'll be like this. This will be the bottom of the box. And so these side flaps will just come up and be on there. So what I'm going to do is actually show you how I cut the designer paper. So hopefully if I put the designer paper on here, it won't be so weird. But I actually took from this kit. So let me grab the kit. So in this kit, I probably should show you this first. In this kit, this is what it comes with. It comes with all these different little pieces here to decorate the 8 different cards. And then of course there's little trees and there are little dog images, presents, your trucks. Here's your greetings. Your greetings are all pre-printed and they're pre-printed in English and in other languages. And then you have these card bases. So basically what I did to decorate my box is I used 2 of the card bases that come in this kit to decorate one box. So that's what I'm showing you. Oops. So that's what I'm going to be showing you. Let me grab these out of here. All right. So what I did is I cut those card bases into, I basically just cut them in half, and I cut them at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I have 2 pieces. If I cut 2 card bases, I have 2 pieces that are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So those fit perfectly on this box. So I'm going to turn this so you guys can see it a little bit better. So this will be the front of the box. This part down here is going to be the bottom of the box. So let's go ahead and adhere these pieces. So I tried to do this in a way where I didn't use too much of the supplies that are in this particular kit. I should try and see if I have something I can stand my camera on so that you guys can see a little bit better, because it's kind of close. So you're basically going to adhere one of these pieces to this panel, this middle panel. So this is just 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I leave a little bit of space up at the top. And here's the bottom edge. Here's the bottom edge of the box. That's the bottom edge of the box, like right there. And then since this is going to be the front, we're going to add these side panels right away. And so these pieces are 4 1/4 by 1 3/4 inches. So they're just going to go on each side. So you just cut this directly from the card base. If you're using the kit, if you're not using the kit, you can just cut these pieces from pattern paper, whatever you have on hand. And the nice thing about this little gift box is that you can coordinate it with the cards that you want to put inside. So I thought that was really fun to be able to do that. All right, so that is basically the front and the side panels of our gift box. And we'll just flip this over, and then we'll add our panel on the back. So I like to add my pieces right away. But you could wait till you decorate the box. I just find it's easier to add it when it's in this flat position. So that's basically what it's going to look like. So this is the 12-inch side. Yes, this is the 12-inch side, I think. Do I have that right? Yeah, at the top. So you have your front panels and your back panels. So basically now all we have to do is just adhere this together. So we're going to be adding glue. You're just going to be cutting these right up to the score line, and you're just going to add some glue on each of these. And I said I was going to get something to lift my camera up because you guys probably aren't going to see this very well. Let me grab something quick. Let's see, what do I got here? What do I have that I can use to prop up my camera? Maybe I can prop it up with this. Hold on one second. Maybe this will give us a little bit more room. We'll see. We'll see if that makes it a little bit better. Can you guys kind of see? Kind of. So let's fold this back. Let's see. And hang on one second here, because I just glued this on the wrong way because I wasn't paying attention. It's so easy to do if you glue it on the correct way. Okay, we're going to try gluing this on again. Let's glue this again. Hold on. Okay, so you're going to glue these little tabs here on this back panel first, which is what I didn't do. So let's add some glue here. I'm going to try to do this the best I can on this camera. It's not the easiest. And we'll just push that down. So we kind of have the start of our box here. This is the back panel. That's the back. So you want to glue those little tabs to that back panel first. I added my glue on here to the wrong spot. So just glue those little tabs inside here, and then you're going to take these tabs and you're just going to wrap them around. So we're going to add some glue here, and we're just going to wrap these around to the side, and they will fit perfectly on the side. So now you can kind of see the box coming into play here. And then this other side panel, we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to add some glue on this other side panel and just adhere it to the back one. Let's add a little bit more glue here. And this is just going to come up and adhere directly on the side. Okay, so you adhere the little side panels. You can see I have these are decorated, the side, here's the front, and then here's the back. So it's pretty easy to put together. When I give you the correct directions, it's easy, right? All right, so that is all there is to it for that. And then you can add whatever decorations you want. So let me just grab some of these decorations. You could decorate this right away when it is in the position that it was in. I could have just added this stuff right away, but I'm just going to grab a couple of these little pieces here. So let's grab our little truck. So this is what we got. We got our truck, and all of these pieces come from the kit. And I'm going to pop out some of these trees. Here is the tree. And then here is the little dog image. All right. So with this kit, there's the truck has like this little space cut here for you to tuck your tree in there. So I am just going to tuck this in here, and you just kind of tuck it in on an angle and then add your dimensionals. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's add some dimensionals on here and hold this in place. And then for the little dog, we're just going to add a little dimensional on the bottom. And then let's grab the greeting that I want to use. So just grab one of these. And then we'll just use this greeting. So we'll add some dimensionals on there. All right, so we'll set the greeting to the side. I'm going to take the dimensionals off of here. All right, so basically what we're going to do, oh, you guys can see the hole I put in my in my crafting table. Basically what we're going to do is just take this piece as it came in the kit, and we're just going to adhere it right here to the front of our box. So I have the front, and I'm just going to adhere it up a little bit and get my glue to work. So we'll add it to here. We'll just put, you can put your hand in here and push this down. Or like I said, you can do this when it's in the flat position. And then we'll just add our little truck, which will go right about there. And then the little dog, we'll add a little bit of glue here. And we'll just add this right on the top, right on the bottom, I should say. Okay, and the greeting I'm going to add after I make the lids. So this is basically what the box looks like. So I probably shouldn't have chose black cardstock because you guys are probably having a hard time seeing in there. But let me grab some of these envelopes and I'll kind of show you. These are the coordinating envelopes that come in the kit. So they coordinate with all the cards. And what I'm going to do is just put them in there so you can kind of see what the inside of the box looks like. So we'll just put 4 of them in there right now. So we'll put those in there, and then you can kind of see that's what it looks like with 4 envelopes in there. So you got quite a bit of room in there because this is a 2-inch, it's a 2-inch wide space. So there's quite a bit of room in there for you to add your cards and a bunch of envelopes. All right, so that is the bottom of the box. So let's talk about how to put together the lid for the box. So I have all my pieces here, and I cut all my pieces from that those card bases in the kit. But basically, let's get the gift box lid on here. There you go. So basically, you're going to cut an 8 by 4 1/8 inch piece of cardstock. So I'm using the black cardstock. And then you're just going to score 1 inch all the way around. So on every side, you're going to score 1 inch in to create the lid for the box. So the kind of the side panels for the box are going to be 1 inch wide. And then I have my designer series paper or my card bases, whatever you're using. So this middle piece is 1 3/4 by 5 1/2. And then this outer piece is 3/4 by 5 1/2, these 2 outer pieces. And then these little pieces are 1 3/4 by 3/4. So, so I'm going to remove this. I'll get all these templates and everything out on my website for you so that you're able to just kind of see how this goes together. You can get the templates out there, or if you screenshotted them during this video. But we're going to go ahead and adhere all these little pieces. So like I said, basically you can cut apart 2 card bases and you'll be able to decorate 1 box. So we're just going to add these in here. And we'll just adhere all these little pieces, and then we'll put this lid together. So you'll notice that I've created little tabs on the side. So once you do all your scoring, the 1 inch all the way around, then you're just going to cut these little tabs. You're just going to make a cut on this side and this side. On each of the 4 corners, you're going to just cut in the middle there. And you just cut up to the score line. Let's see, did I got them all adhered? I think so. All right, so you're just going to cut these little tabs, and these little tabs will help you put this box together, this lid. So let's fold on all these little score lines. And get our tabs. There we go. All right, so basically the 2 tabs, these 2 tabs are going to get adhered to the side panel for the box. So these little tabs right here. So I don't know if you can see very well. So let's go ahead and add these one by one, and you'll be able to hopefully see it when I add the glue. So you're just going to add it on the side. I'm trying to figure the best camera angle here. And we'll add some glue to this little tab and then push that down. So you're basically going to do one at a time. And it looks like I forgot to angle these because I can see that already. So let's angle these right away. I like to angle my pieces because then they go together better. So you just kind of, your little tab here, you just kind of angle it in a little bit. It looks like I didn't do that on the other one, so we'll fix it. You can fix anything, right? You don't have to angle them in, but I find when you do that, it lays better. So you can see that I did not angle them in on this side, so they are a little bit taller than I want them. So we'll just fix it right now. There's always a way. Hang on one second here. There we go. So when you angle them like that, then they'll fit nicer on the inside and they won't overhang the edge. So that's why I angled them. Can you see how I angled them? All right, so let's do this. Let's add some glue to this and we'll tuck that in there. See, then it gives you a nice flush edge when you angle it. Let's get these out of here. And then let's do this. Add some glue on this one. And then we'll push that to the side. All right, let's give that a second to set up before we start playing with it. Let's bring back the bottom of our box. So this is the bottom of the box. And then this is going to be the top of the box. So this will just go right over the top like this. And then that's what your box will look like. So I like to add the greeting after I put the lid on so that it's kind of down a little bit from the top. So we'll put this right about here. And then let's take the lid off for a second. We'll push that on. All right. So I'm going to grab some of these cards and show you that they fit in here. Oops, I untied my bow. Let's see, how many do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 of them here. Let's see if I can get all 8 in the box. So there's all 8 cards in the box, and let's grab the envelopes, and I'll show you that they all fit in the box. So if you like gift giving, if you like giving your handmade cards, this is a fun little project. And it's very simple. I probably made it more complicated than I needed to on the video. but it is pretty simple to make this box. And like I said, you can package at least 8 cards in this box. You probably could package a couple more. And then you just put the lid on, and you have a really super cute little gift giving idea for Christmas. So you guys, like I said, if you don't have this kit, because the kit is not available right now, so if you didn't get it before it went on back order, it will become available again. But you can use whatever supplies you have on hand. So I recommend coordinating your gift box design with the design on your cards, because I just think it's just really a cute idea. So once they use all their cards, they have a really nice little gift box that they can continue to use to package other gifts. So like I said, it's 2 inches. It's 2 inches in diameter. The top here is, and then it's what, 5? Let's see, 6. I think it's 6, 5. What is it? What is it? It's 5. So it's 5 inches, tall, and then it's 2 inches wide, and it's about 6 inches long. Probably should have had this measurement. Yeah, 6 inches long. So it's about 6 inches long, 2 inches wide, 2 inches wide here, and then 5 inches tall. So it's a pretty nice size box. But it will fit all your handmade cards if you like to do that for gift giving. And then this is the other box that I created. So let me put both of them out here. So let's do this one. I used the 2 different card bases that are in the kit. So you can see that this one is a little bit darker than this one. So you have a darker pattern. And then I just used the 2 different designs that were in the kit to create 2 different boxes. So you basically, from one kit, you will be able to create 2 boxes and 10 cards. So these are the 2 boxes I created. And then I'll show you the 10 cards. So these are the kit cards. These are what the cards look like from the kit. And then I'll show you the other designs. Let me just organize them here since I kind of messed them up a little bit. And I untied my bow. Okay, so that one's going to go there, and these 2 here. All right, so these are the 2 cards from the kit. Very simple to put together. And notice I didn't cut the card base apart. I just used it as it is. So you can make 4 of them that way. So I made 1 in the portrait style, and then I turned it and made 1 in landscape style. And then I just added a little bit of my own cardstock behind that. And then the same thing with this particular design. I made 1 in the portrait style and 1 in the landscape style. So I added very minimal supplies. I just added a little bit of cherry cobbler cardstock to the second design. So that one was a pretty simple way to use the kit. And then I also played around with the envelopes. So these are the envelopes from the kit. But on the inside of the envelope, you have this really pretty, I can't think, plaid paper, gingham plaid. So you have this really pretty paper, which I wanted to use to create some cards. So that's what I did. And you basically just cut apart the envelope. You just cut as close to the edge of the envelope here as you can. Put it in your paper trimmer and cut off this folded edge. and you'll be able to open up your envelope, and then you'll be able to use this entire piece for card making. So that's what I did here. I just used it as a simple background piece on that card. And then this one, I just created a little Z fold card. So again, just very minimal changes that I made, just added some of my own supplies. And then these last couple of card ideas actually featured the dog, and I had a couple dog images and Christmas tree images and these little presents. So there were extra in my kit. And then I had purchased three of these kits when they were available. So I looked at all my kits, and it looks like you get 4 extra dog shapes and 4 extra presents and 4 extra trees. Either that or I messed up how I created my designs. I had 4 of them. So, but with those 4, you can create 4 cards with that as your focal point. So I just took the tree and the dog and the presents and made that into a focal point. And then I just added my own supplies. So I'm using the Peaceful Greenery 3D embossing folder is what I used in the background. And then I used the envelope pieces to decorate each of these cards. So here's where I have the envelope pieces, just little bits of the envelope in the background with some black cardstock. Just really gives this a really pretty look. So you get some really pretty cards. So if you didn't get the kit yet, don't worry. It is going to come back. So like I said at the beginning of the video, you'll want to go out to the Stampin' Up website, and you'll want to enter your email. So if you really like this kit, enter your email, and Stampin' Up will email you when the kit becomes available. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that I am doing a fundraising event this month using the Stampin' Up Kits collection. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to showcase this kit. But another reason is I really love this kit and I can't wait till it comes back. So, but I am doing a little fundraising activity. So I have chosen to support Operation Christmas Child. So I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but it is through Samaritan's Purse. And basically they send shoe boxes that are full of gifts to children in need around the world. And along with this, they also share the gospel message. And so many of you may know that I just recently came to Christ, probably that was in 2022. So I'm super excited about this particular fundraising event. I think it's so important that the gospel is shared around the world, and that we're able to help some kids in need and give them something for Christmas, give them something nice. So I will be donating all of my proceeds from the sale of my tutorials. So I did put together a tutorial for these cards. So 100% of the proceeds from the tutorial will go to Operation Christmas Child. So basically for every $10, the shoebox itself is a $10 donation. So what my goal is to raise enough to be able to provide 100 shoeboxes. I'd like to donate that money to this particular organization. So I will be donating 100% of my proceeds from the sale of my tutorials. So I linked to that in the description with this video. You can go out there and check out all my tutorials. And then I am also going to be donating proceeds from the sale of any of Stampin' Up's kit collection. So let's see, I figured it out. For every $40 in kits that are sold, Stampin' Up Kids collection. So for every $40 that I sell in Stampin' Up Kids collection, I will be able to support a shoebox for this Operation Christmas Child. So it's kind of something a little bit different. I haven't done this before. So if you have a heart for getting the gospel out, if you have a heart for providing just a little shoebox for the kids for Christmas, then I would love it if you would support this cause. I'll keep you guys updated throughout this month. So I'm doing it throughout the month of November. I will be doing different videos on kits, and I will be doing this particular fundraiser for the organization. So I think that's what I wanted to tell you. $10 for a shoebox is not very much. I was actually pricing things out, and that this organization puts together the shoe boxes. They collect all the supplies, they process it, they ship them. They do all of that for $10. That's not very much. I don't even think I could buy $10 worth of stuff at the dollar store to fill the shoe boxes that this organization fills. So it is a really wonderful way to get the gospel out and to share Jesus with people, with the kids, with their parents. So, all right, you guys. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you have any questions, you can certainly reach out to me. Go out to my website, check out the tutorials, check out Stampin' Up's kit collection, and make sure you get on their list for this kit because this is a really pretty kit. And I will get all the details for making these boxes because it was kind of hard to make the box with my little camera here. But I will get the templates and everything out on my blog today so that you guys will be able to make these gift boxes using whatever supplies you have on hand. All right, you guys. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a great week. And I will see you guys again next week. So take care, everybody.